like Jesse put me at a spot where it's very hard to follow what just happened.
Oh, shit.
Because that just happened.
You're the perfect thing to follow it.
So for the sake of this performance, imagine I'm a guy from Vermont, and I live in a big house, and I'm trying to pretend that I'm a boxer, but I'm really not. This is a cut from a play that I'm just written called Icarus and Other Children, and this part is called The Boxer. First rule of boxing, you get punched in the face. You got to be okay with that. Get up if you fall. Get up when you fall. Get up. You gotta be okay with bleeding, with bruising, broken skin, broken nose, skinned knees, skinned elbows. Get up, wash it, walk it off, walk it off, walk it off. Get up. I'm 6 years old. Mom wakes me up. It's the middle of the night. It's summer, a cool, clear night. Put your jacket on. Where are we going? Shh, quiet now. I want to go back to sleep. Tie your shoelaces, remember? 2 bunny ears, and over, and under, and top. Come on now. Shh. We climb into a car. Where are we going, Mom? We're going on a trip. Why? Where are we going? It's an early birthday present. My birthday's not until next month. What about? She holds me, and I fall asleep. We're at a train station. We sit at the train station and we wait for the first morning departure. The sky outside turns white and then rosy and then eventually blue. I turn my head away from the window. We're at the airport and it starts to rain. The sky turns gray and violent. The flight is delayed. Where are we going, Mom? You see. How much longer do we have to wait? Not much longer now. Mom buys me an ice cream cone, baked chocolate chips. She never buys me ice cream. She says it's bad for my teeth. This is the first time I'm on a plane. Wow. I remember reading somewhere it says, it's always sunny if you go high enough. The sky is blue above a blanket of clouds. It's a little more than 7 hours from Burlington to Vegas. Mom dials the watch back because we've just traveled back in time. We're sitting in a diner. We sit at a counter and get burgers and fries. There's an old man sitting next to us, stabbing his fork into a piece of pie. Crumbs are sticking down his mess of a beard. It's not polite to stare. He puts down the fork, leans back, turns to me and says to me, "This is the last time you'll see me, so take a good look, take a real good look." I think about people I've seen for the last time. You don't realize until it's maybe 20 years later, something catches the corner of your eyes and you remember a particular moment. You barely remember whom it was you're missing. But sometimes you do know. Some people pass you by and you take a solid good look at them and you know you're not supposed to see them again. Let's call her E. We could have been friends in a different life. I'm not supposed to see her again. She's supposed to be a one-off, one of those characters who lives in one chapter and that's it. They stay in that one chapter. They don't journey through the pages or accompany you till the end of the story. Doesn't mean they're not important, like an omen. It's not her fault. She says in that voicemail, she says, "I wish we didn't have to meet again. I wish we were meeting again under very different circumstances." She doesn't want to see me either. I know that much. Hands up, elbows in, knees bent, feet apart, heels lifted, body relaxed. Front foot forward, back from 45 degrees out, in position. Exhale, jab. Exhale, jab. Exhale, jab. We live in a motel and then the basement of an old friend of Mom's, and then we move into an apartment above a pawn shop. The guy who runs the shop, let's call him H. H has a glass eye. He likes to poke it out and scare me with it. And I pretend to be afraid. H can only hear in his left ear. H wears the dog tag around his neck. H has a tattoo on his right arm of a bulldog and around it blurry words I can't decipher. H has a crush on Mom. I know this because his best friend from way back visits and says, "Since when do you drink tea?" H is always there. He's probably the only one who would never leave this town. My best friend in middle school, let's also call her E. She moved to the Netherlands with her parents in 9th grade. She came back once to visit relatives to attend her great uncle's funeral. I was in college. We sat in the same diner where we used to share a milkshake when we were 13. She's different. I knew then that was the last time I was going to see her. My best friend in high school, let's call him P. He was popular, played guitar, roller skates to school every day, star of every school play. Had good enough grades so teachers turned a blind eye when he slept through classes. He wrote a lot of my papers and I let him copy all of my math and physics homework. Our friendship was convenient. It made sense, and I was happy to be the sidekick, even though he would never consider me to be one. A sidekick, I was happy to attract less attention, to be less cool, more awkward, more neurotic. I met my first girlfriend because of P. Let's call her L. I've seen the way L looked at P when we first met. I've seen the way lots of girls looked at P. P and his many girlfriends. We were never allowed to talk about them, his girlfriends. We talked about everything else, or maybe we just talked about nothing of importance. Everyone thought P was going to be homecoming king that year, except he didn't show up, and the next day we found out on the news some lunatic has shot up a bar, the only gay bar in town, and we all recognized. We all saw, nobody knew, not even his parents. I didn't know. I didn't know. Exhale, upward, snap, missed, duck, exhale, right cross, missed, block, uppercut, block, exhale, jab, shoe shine, block, down and out. I'm 14 years old. I've just spent every last penny I have. I've been saving up for as long as I can remember, and now I have my very own telescope, a real telescope. I remember when H first got it in the shop. How much? You can't afford it. I have money. How much? Tell you what, you pay me all the money you got by the time you turn 14. Deal. It's my 14th birthday and I hand him my treasure trove. There's a shoebox. It's yours now. I'll hold my telescope like when Hamlet holds Yorick's skull. P played Hamlet in 10th grade. I played Rosencrantz, or maybe it was the Guildenstern. I think about that play sometimes. I think the tragedy was kind of over for Hamlet when he knew he was going to die. But for Horatio, his tragedy had just begun. Mom hands me an envelope the next day. What's this? H gave me your shoebox. It's opened a bank account for you. You can take care of yourself now. H lets me drive his Jeep. He rolls down the window, blows smoke out of the window. He offers me one. I take it, I try it, and cough for an hour. He laughs. We don't talk. We get to the top of a foothill and set up the telescope. I look for Andromeda. I ask for another cigarette. We smoke quietly. We go home. I broke up with Elle after the finals. She looked relieved, and I knew that's the last time I was going to see her. The last time I saw Mom, it's hard to say. I don't remember. I don't know if there's a moment, a last moment across the breakfast table, maybe in the kitchen, or maybe it's nighttime. I get up to piss and she's still up, sitting on a couch, reading, or just sitting on a couch. I remember the moment I realized she's gone. I'm 18 years old, I come home, the little pot of succulent on the windowsill is dead. I knew. I stay in the apartment for a week like a hawk guarding a nest. Keep the curtains drawn. I get a text from H on day 7. Do you want a beer? We sit on the roof, drink, and talk about the weather, talk about there's a fire across town, but luckily nobody was home. We don't talk about Mom. Next day I go back to college, nothing's wrong. I toss the succulent in the trash, nothing's all out of sorts. Breathe, boom, boom, breathe, boom, boom, breathe. Anticipate their moves, duck, back up into the corner, the bell rings. Hydrate between rounds, time stands still between rounds. We meet at a concert, let's call her C. I sat behind her in 3rd grade, but she doesn't remember, or maybe she does. I pretend I don't remember her either. We walk all the way back to her place, we kiss goodbye, and then we never say goodbye. I'm 24 years old. I don't tell her it's my first. I walk out of C's apartment building. It's sunny. The sky is blue, blue, blue. My phone rings. I wait till it stops. It rings again. Hello? I want to show you another family video, a different one. Can you see it? A little boy, see? He's sitting on the porch, holding a bright red sugar maple leaf, holding it up close. He's reading as if secrets of the universe written on it, hidden somewhere between the midrib and the veins. Hello, how did you find me? No, of course I remember you. I listen in astonishment to the voice that's my brother's for the first time in, it's been what, 17 years? I know, how's Dad? Oh. We Skype on weekends. He's not the quiet, weird little kid anymore. You're not the quiet, weird little kid anymore. I look like Dad, I know. Except I don't remember what Dad looked like, not exactly. If I saw my brother on the street, I probably wouldn't recognize him, although, no, I wouldn't recognize him. He's been busy trying to track down our family. Can't seem to stick together, our family. Yeah, we're all over the place, literally, scattered across the whole country. the whole world. I don't know. Where did Mom go? Did she say anything? She didn't tell you anything? No, she just gone, I guess, again. Listen, I'm moving to the East Coast soon. Maybe I'll come up for a weekend and we'll catch up. I'm 26 years old. I go to Disney World for the first time and buy myself an ice cream sandwich shaped like Mickey. It's my birthday today. Really? You know what? Have another one on the house. I stand in line for Space Mountain and finish both of my ice cream sandwiches, and I remember the taste of that mint chocolate chip cone my mother bought me when I was 6 years old. Listen, this month has been crazy, but I'll come up soon and we'll catch up. H comes to visit. He's getting married in the fall. The bride's folk live in Jacksonville, so H gets on the plane for the first time in decades. We have lunch at the canteen. I take a personal day and we drive to the coast. You don't have to come back. I probably can't. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's good to see you. I'm happy for you. You too. I'm happy for you. Living the dream. Definitely. Definitely. I'm 28 years old. I'm clocking at 8:35 every morning, clock out at 6:35 every evening. I start to take boxing lessons on Sunday mornings. Otherwise, I stay in most weekends and cook my lunch for the week. My life is regular. My life has a comforting regularity. I like to believe that my job has a little something to do with the advancement of humanity, whether or not my personal contribution makes a big splash. I used to think about making a big splash, making an impact. H and I used to get excited about meteor showers. Well, I used to get excited about meteor showers, and H used to come along because H. It's always a glorious sight. Space junks making the big, beautiful splashes. They disintegrate into nothingness, but what a glorious sight. Like the celestial ensemble that actually hold power in our galaxy, in galaxies we yet to discover. Or I think about the consistency of constellations. They're there if you know where to look, at, like Andromeda. The lady in chains. I can always find her, still alone, waiting for a sea monster. Thank you very much.